SOS, Simply Organized School, a PCI project by Jenny Williams.
Good evening, Bev's Group. This is Jenny Williams coming to you from sunny Lake Mary, Florida.
Since beginning my PCI project, I have changed jobs and I am now a consultant for Franklin Covey, where I go into schools and I talk to administrators and teachers about the Leader in Me process. So I've tried to tie that into my project today in the 7 habits. Habit number 1 is to be proactive. And in order to be proactive, I interviewed several principals from my PCI project. I decided upon Scottish Corners Elementary School in Dublin, Ohio. I met with my mentor, Principal Jen Schwanke, and I formulated a project, SOS, Simply Organized School. Habit number 2 is to begin with the end in mind. My end in mind for this project, SOS, Simply Organized School, is to develop a staff handbook and to organize the staff PTO workroom. Habit number 3 is to put first things first. So in order to start the handbook, I began to research policy and procedures for the Dublin City School District. I researched the existing Scottish Corners handbook, researched handbooks in other elementary schools, developed a draft, revised the draft, and I'm still researching printers for cost and quality. In terms of the staff PTO workroom, I put first things first by observing the current use of the workroom, observing the use of workrooms in other elementary schools. I researched school ergonomics, and I did a letter campaign for supply donations. Habit number 4 is to think win-win. So since I changed jobs, and it required a lot of travel, and I realized I wasn't going to be able to spend as much time at Scottish Corners as I had hoped, I began asking the principals and the teachers of the schools where I was helping to implement the Leader in Me process if I could have a copy of their staff handbook. I also took time in each of the schools to observe the way that their workrooms were running. This ended up being a win-win, because not only was I able to do my job, but I was also able to bring back all best practices to Scottish Corners Elementary School. Habit number 5 is to seek first to understand and then to be understood. So as I was collecting this information from school to school, I was listening to the administrators and asking them what they felt was the greatest benefit of their staff handbook. And I asked the teachers what they liked most about the flow of their workroom. I also had to seek first to understand when it came time to talking with my mentor so I could best figure out what it was that she wanted in the staff handbook in the workroom. Habit number 6 is to synergize. In synergy, together is better. That proved true with this process. If I hadn't had as much help from Dr. Bev, Dr. Mills, Principal Jen Schwanke, my mentor, and many other principals, as well as donations from Staples, Office Max, Target, and Walmart, this project wouldn't have been successful as it is. Lastly, habit number 7 is to sharpen the saw. This is a picture of my family and the people I look most forward to bringing to my graduation when I finally complete my studies at the University of Cincinnati.